From jaw-dropping speed to downright dangerous mistakes, watch as overconfident chainsaw warriors push their luck. These are the fastest, craziest, and downright dumbest tree-cutting moments you'll ever see. Blink and you might miss a disaster. It all looked under control until disaster struck. In a split second, this towering pine crashes straight onto the roof of a house, turning a routine cut into a full-blown catastrophe. He crashes to the ground, but incredibly walks away without serious injury. Tree cutting is dangerous at heights. Don't take shortcuts. If you're not trained, it's always safer to hire a certified arborist. Perched dangerously on a side branch, this man cuts the treetop only to be flung into the air as the tree snaps back. Always clear your escape route and never stand directly behind a tree when cutting. It can snap backward unexpectedly and crush you. The palm tree had a strong natural bend and internal tension. When the crown was cut, it caused an unbalanced release of stored energy in the trunk, resulting in a whip-like motion that flung the man off. A massive tree suddenly collapses, brutally smashing down on 3 parked vehicles, leaving them crushed under its weight. A disaster that could have been avoided with proper parking precautions. A powerful yellow tractor attempts to uproot a stubborn tree stump using a metal rod, but the sudden force snaps the rod clean off, highlighting the strength of nature and the risks of underestimating mechanical stress. As soon as the log was lifted, a swarm of angry bees burst out from inside and launched a wild attack on the operator, forcing him to abandon the machine and run for his life. In this intense moment, a worker faces a dangerous kickback as the trunk snaps under pressure, all due to poor cut placement and standing in the danger zone.
In this high-stakes tree removal operation, a climber strategically cuts off the treetop, while a ground crew supports and lowers it using ropes, a precise move requiring expert coordination to avoid damage or injury.
The load wasn't properly secured, and the man was standing too close during a high-risk unloading situation.
A single miscalculation during tree cutting, caused by poor fall direction control and lack of proper rigging, turned the task into a costly disaster as the massive tree crashed straight onto a nearby house. One powerful snap turned routine into chaos. As the tree sprang back, it ripped the chainsaw from the worker's hands, highlighting the dangers of tension cuts and the need for safe stance, control, and distance. In a split second, the chainsaw slipped and struck the worker's chest near the shoulder, turning routine work into a painful injury. Always maintain a firm grip
and wear proper safety gear.
In a heart-stopping moment, a woman climbed a ladder right beneath an active tree-cutting operation, completely unaware that a massive branch was about to fall. Just seconds later, the branch came crashing down, narrowly missing her and highlighting the extreme danger of the situation. A single move while felling this massive tree caused it to split vertically and fall unpredictably, highlighting the critical need for proper notch cuts, escape routes, and clear surroundings before making the final cut. One cut and chaos followed. The tree split violently, nearly hitting the logger. Hidden trunk tension made this a close call. Always check for stress and plan your escape.
One wrong cut and he's airborne. While trimming a high branch from a shaky ladder, the man gets struck mid-air by the falling limb, launching him to the ground. A brutal lesson in why safety gear and stable support are non-negotiable.
It may look cinematic, but this scene is dangerously real. An arborist atop a bending palm with no visible support. One cut away from catastrophe. Without proper rigging or safety gear, this kind of work becomes a deadly gamble.
Always secure yourself, use the right equipment, and never trade safety for speed. Always wear personal protective equipment, including a helmet, eye and ear protection, gloves, chainsaw chaps, steel-toe boots, and high-visibility clothing. Plan the fall direction of trees carefully using wedge cuts and secure ropes, and never make cuts without controlling the fall path. Keep people, vehicles, and structures out of the drop zone and use barricades or signs when necessary. Maintain a firm grip on chainsaws, use both hands, and always secure them when working at height to avoid dangerous drops. Avoid working alone during hazardous tasks. Having a trained partner or spotter is critical for safety and emergency response. Ensure ladders are anchored and stable, and never rely on them for unsupported climbing during cuts, especially at height. Inspect every tree before cutting to check for rot, hollow sections, or structural weaknesses that could lead to unpredictable behavior. Always clear an escape route at a 45-degree angle opposite the fall direction in case the tree shifts unexpectedly. When climbing tall trees, use professional climbing gear like harnesses and spikes. Never rely on the tree's flexibility, which can snap or launch you violently. Understand tension in branches or logs. Improper cuts can cause dangerous springbacks or kickbacks. Use appropriate equipment for the job and avoid improvising with inadequate gear. Never work during high winds, storms, or in low visibility, as these factors increase the risk of accidents.
These real-life incidents are powerful reminders that tree work is no place for shortcuts. Each moment captured reveals how a small misstep or poor judgment can lead to serious injury, property damage, or even tragedy. From miscalculating tree fall direction to standing in unsafe zones or mishandling equipment like chainsaws, the risks are real and unforgiving. We've seen how overconfidence, lack of planning, or ignoring basic safety protocols turned routine tasks into life-threatening situations. What we learn is clear. Safety is not just a guideline, it's a necessity. Always wear proper protective gear. Plan your cuts with precision. Keep both hands on the tool and maintain a safe distance from active fall zones. Never position yourself under a suspended load or in the direct line of a falling object. Always inspect your surroundings for hazards like power lines or unstable ground.
And most importantly, never work alone. Backup can be a lifesaver when things go wrong. Respect the tools, respect the process. Learn from these mistakes so you don't have to repeat them. Safety isn't just smart, it's survival. And never forget to subscribe. Shout out to Tech Trouble for bringing these intense and educational moments to light.